Olusegun Obasanjo took over the reins of power in 1976 after the assassination of General Murtala Muhammed in a failed coup attempt led by Lieutenant Colonel Boko Dimka. He later became Nigeria's civilian president from 1999 to 2007, marking one of the most controversial eras in the nation's democratic history. But what if I told you there are hidden secrets no one talks about? The selfish ambitions that undermined his leadership, the mysteries, and the unanswered questions. Watch till the end, because this is Obasanjo's dirty secrets, exposed. Please like this video and subscribe. Thank you. Now let's expose the buried truths hidden for decades. But before we expose his regime, let's go back to where it all began, the untold beginnings of his rise to power. The multiple assassination attempts, the mysterious circumstances surrounding his wife's death, and the claims of secret deals, blood-stained selfish decisions, and power games that followed him. Olusegun Obasanjo was born on March 5, 1937 in Abeokuta, Nigeria. He joined the Nigerian army in 1958 and, after training in England, rose steadily through the ranks. On 7 January 1970, Colonel Obasanjo launched Operation Tailwind, which helped end the debilitating civil war. The operation forced Biafran head of state, General Chukwuma Ojukwu, to flee to Ivory Coast in search of peace, while his deputy, Major General Philip Effiong, along with other Biafran officers, officially declared their intention to surrender to Obasanjo's troops and be reabsorbed into Nigeria. However, Alabi Isakama claims that Obasanjo had negligible participation in the planning, strategy, and execution of the military maneuvers that forced the Biafran troops to surrender. In 1975, following a military coup that overthrew General Yakubu Gowon, Murtala Muhammed became head of state and appointed Olusegun Obasanjo as chief of staff, making him the second in command of the new military government. On the morning of February 13, 1976, Lieutenant Colonel Boko Dimka and a group of soldiers launched a coup in Lagos. General Murtala Muhammed, the head of state, was ambushed and shot dead in his black Mercedes-Benz while stuck in traffic at Ikoyi, Lagos, during which Obasanjo narrowly escaped being killed by the coup plotters. Earlier that day, Olu Bajowa had visited Obasanjo to request naming his newborn son after him, according to the Yoruba tradition, as the father desired. Because of this visit, Obasanjo was delayed beyond his usual departure time to work. Meanwhile, Raymond Dumeje, who had gone ahead on the usual route, was mistaken by the coup plotters for Obasanjo. Shots were fired at the car, and Murtala Muhammed was killed. That small delay, caused by the naming ceremony request, indirectly saved Obasanjo's life. After the coup was crushed, the Supreme Military Council appointed Obasanjo as head of state. There were many in the military who felt that General Theophilus Danjuma should be head of state. Shortly after coming to power, Obasanjo made attempts to ensure food security, combat corruption in the civil service, push for universal primary education, and bring governance closer to the people. However, his regime faced several incidents, including the accusations of political repression, the student protests of 1978, and the closure of several universities. Thanks for watching this far. Please like this video and subscribe. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture right now. During his regime, over 1,000 soldiers attacked the home of Afrobeat musician and political activist Fela Kuti. During the attack, renowned human rights activist and Fela's mother, Funmilayo Ransom Kuti, was thrown from the second floor of the building and died a year later from her injuries. Despite public calls for justice, no soldier was tried or court-martialed. Neither did Fela receive compensation. In 1979, after conducting Nigeria's first elections since 1966, Obasanjo handed over power to the newly elected president, Alhaji Shehu Shagari, and retired from the army. After General Sani Abacha overthrew Ernest Shonekan in a military coup and became head of state in November 1993, Obasanjo was openly critical of his administration following the annulled June 12, 1993 presidential elections. The election was reportedly won by Chief MKO Abiola. In 1995, Obasanjo, Shehu Musa Yaradua, and several others were arrested and charged with treason of being part of a planned coup. His sentence was later reduced to 15 years. He was released following Abacha's death in 1998. Obasanjo later disclosed how the government of Abacha planned to kill him with an injection while in prison, but God protected him. He also said pressure was mounted on him to contest the 1999 presidential election, noting that he had to visit former South African President Nelson Mandela and a South African social rights activist, Bishop Desmond Tutu, to seek their advice. Obasanjo entered electoral politics, becoming the PDP candidate for the 1999 presidential election, which he won. He was re-elected in the 2003 election. Please hit the like button, it will help us a lot. Thanks. Now, let's go deeper into the part they never told you about. The most controversial part of Obasanjo's democratic rule and selfish ambition was his attempt to alter the constitution to allow himself to seek a third term in office. Obasanjo sponsored a push for a constitutional amendment that would have legitimized an elongation of his tenure. On October 23, 2005, Obasanjo lost his wife, Stella. He revealed a surprising detail about the circumstances surrounding his wife's death in his book, My Watch. He said in his own words, "I found that part of her 60th birthday anniversary, which was unknown to me, was her operation for her tummy and her shape." He wrote that he was accused of being the cause of his wife's death, that he sacrificed her for success in his job. "That is how wicked and satanic some Nigerians can be in their rumors and mischief," he added. The surgeon was jailed over the death of Stella. In 2014, Obasanjo's son, Lieutenant Colonel Adeboye Obasanjo, was shot and injured by Boko Haram militants in the northeastern state of Adamawa during a military operation. Despite being a strict and disciplined leader, Obasanjo's military regime oversaw significant economic and infrastructural projects and laid the foundation for Nigeria's return to civilian rule. Obasanjo's both occasions of leadership left Nigeria in much better shape than how he found it. His tenure remains a notable chapter in Nigeria's history. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more chapters of Nigeria's history.